We've got another one from Burna Boy, and this time it's all about update. Right from the jump, you've got that soul to soul sample that hooks you in instantly. But what's even more interesting is how the production unfolds. It's layered, unexpected, and there's a lot more going on beneath the surface than what you might think. From the twinkly keys that bring a light, airy vibe to the intro, to the punchy drums that shift the energy in the second verse, and of course the post-chorus, which simply put, absolutely bangs. This one is worth breaking down. So the intro is 8 bars long, not including the soul to soul sample at the start, but we'll get into that in a bit. Now, while there isn't a huge amount going on in terms of build and progression, it does a great job of setting the tone. First, we have the 4/4 rhythm. It's steady and energetic, laying down a solid foundation that instantly makes you want to move. Next, we have those bright, twinkly keys. And these aren't just there for decoration. They bring a sense of lightness and airiness that contrasts against the rhythm and keeps things feeling fresh and lively. Without them, the intro would feel a lot more one-dimensional. And then we've got Burna Boy's vocals. The way that they're delivered, consistent and repetitive, acts as a hook in itself. It's playful, rhythmic, and almost chant-like, creating a celebratory tone that ties everything together. Now, let's talk about this soul to soul sample, because this is a killer hook, and the fact that they let it play out a cappella style is proof that the production team knew exactly what they were doing. But it's more than just nostalgia. It supports the theme of grounding oneself in reality, something that Burna Boy touches on throughout the track. So what does this all add up to? It's a clean and catchy intro that hooks you in without overwhelming you. Everything is deliberate and cohesive, setting up a playful and celebratory tone that carries through the rest of the track. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to listen to this intro now. So a couple of things that you're paying attention to. Firstly is the 4/4 rhythm and how that brings energy to the track. Secondly are those bright and twinkly keys and how they contrast to that rhythm to keep things feeling fresh and lively. The third is Burna Boy's vocals, consistent, repetitive, and how they act as a hook in itself. But then the final one is that soul to soul sample. This is an absolutely killer hook, but notice how they let it play out a cappella style at the very start. All right, let's do it. Right, there's a hook, a cappella, first thing you hear. Right, listen to these drums. Transition. Bangs. 4/4 rhythm. Listen to those keys. And then listen to Burna Boy's vocals. Consistent, repetitive. Nice cut there. So the first thing that stands out to me about this chorus is how Burna Boy shifts his tone and energy. In the first verse, Burna Boy's flow is relaxed and unhurried, projecting a sense of dominance and authority. His deeper tone, combined with his spaced out delivery, gives his words more weight and impact. But then the chorus hits and everything changes. He shifts to a higher and more energetic tone and a pacier and more rhythmic flow. It's lively and dynamic, instantly re-energizing the track. But this isn't just a stylistic choice. It reflects a shift in emotional energy. In the chorus, Burna Boy is reaffirming his status, celebrating his position, and doing so with intensity and conviction. You'll also notice that this is where we see the return of the soul to soul sample, only this time it's not acting as an opening hook. Instead, it's reinforcing the theme of grounding oneself in reality. Combined with Burna Boy's energetic delivery, it creates a sense of momentum and purpose, almost like he's driving the message home. This is Burna Boy in his element, fully in control, unapologetically bold, and delivering a chorus that demands attention. Okay, so just like the intro, we're going to go ahead now and we are going to listen to this chorus as a reminder of the things that you're listening out for. So the first one is the shift in flow from the first verse into the chorus, how it's much more energized in this chorus. And don't worry, I will give you a run up so that you can hear that difference. But also pay attention to how this isn't just a stylistic choice, how this change actually reflects the shift in emotional energy. And then the third and final thing is that soul to soul sample. Notice how that returns, but it's not just acting purely as a hook, but it's helping to reinforce that theme of grounding oneself in reality. All right, let's do it. Right, first verse. Listen to the flow. Relaxed, unhurried, spaced out. Chorus. Higher pitched tone. More energy. Sample. Post chorus. This bangs as well, by the way. Additional elements, shifting drum pattern. So the second verse definitely stands out more than the first, especially in terms of composition and energy. First off, we have the drums. They're much more active here compared to the first verse. We get momentary cuts, snare rolls, and a much more intricate rhythmic pattern. This isn't just about making the second verse sound different. It instantly enhances the rhythmic energy of the track, making it feel more alive and dynamic. Then there's the bass. It's livelier and much more frequent in this section, adding an extra layer of rhythm and even a subtle warmth to the track. And this introduction of the bass isn't just a simple production choice. It's giving the track a fuller and more immersive feel that complements the uplift in energy. But the real genius here is how they've handled the keys. It's the same pattern that we saw in the intro and in the first verse, only here they've shifted them to a lower pitch. By sitting lower in the background, this creates space for the drums and the bass to take center stage and drive that energetic and rhythmic uplift. It's a perfectly executed shift that doesn't just sound good, but it feels good. Alright, so just like the other sections, we are going to go ahead and we're going to listen to this second verse now. This will be the last section that we listen to. And again, just as a reminder of the things that you're listening out for, firstly is the shift in the rhythmic energy of the drums. Might be a little bit harder to tell here because we will be going into the verse out of the post-chorus, and that's really where that shift applies, but try and pay attention to it. Second thing is the bass. Notice again that this is livelier, much more frequent, but particularly what you're paying attention to here is how it makes the track feel fuller and much more immersive. And then the final thing are the keys. Notice how they get shifted down in pitch, and then by sitting further in the background, it allows the drums and the bass to really drive the track. As usual, I will give you a run up, so let's do it. Right, post chorus. Top drum, fire. Right, second verse coming up. Right, it's the first cut. Listen to the snare rolls. Listen to the keys. Pitch lower. And the bass. More cuts. Snare rolls, bro. Thanks. Alright, so that was Burna Boy's update, and let's be honest, this track is an absolute banger. From the moment that soul to soul sample drops, you're hooked. But what really separates this track is the way that it keeps evolving, keeping you engaged from start to finish. Okay, that's it from me. If you want to see more breakdown and analysis videos, there'll be things popping up on the screen right now. But before I go, let me know what you think. Drop your comments down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in the next one.